monthly decline. It's a number of economists saying it's more evidence the nation is in, or at least near, a recession. Construction, manufacturing, retail, and not surprisingly, financial services. Those are the industries showing the biggest job cuts. So how does one transition to a new job and career after being downsized? Well, that is what we're asking of Penelope Trunk. She is author of the book Brazen Careerist, The New Rules for Success. She's joining us from Madison, Wisconsin. Thanks for being with us, Penelope. And
thanks for having me.
You have said, actually, that there isn't, you've seen certain areas where there really is not a job crunch, or there isn't a job crunch. Not across the board, though, right? Tell me about that.
Right. I mean, demographically speaking, the baby boomers are retiring, and Generation X isn't big enough to replace them. And on top of that, the baby boomers work really long hours, and Generation X doesn't. And Generation Y is much more entrepreneurial than people expected. So there's a huge gap between the number of jobs available and the number of people who can take them. And that gap is not going to be affected by a recession in most sectors. For example, accounting, there's such an enormous shortage of workers that people are predicting that there would have to be a recession for 5 years before the workers would feel it in accounting.
But of course, there are folks in many sectors who are really feeling the job cuts here, folks in manufacturing, construction, retail. So let's talk about some of your tips for these folks. You've said one is to actually stop looking for a job, to start focusing on how you can make yourself more valuable in your workplace, right? Tell us about how they can do this.
Right. So if you do get laid off, you really need to show that you were a star performer where you were. So you can be a star right now. Look around for a project that you can have quantifiable impact on right away, and then you can put that on your resume. So if you get laid off, you're in a good position. So instead of worrying, you're kind of taking proactive.
And networking is always key in any situation, but the new tool of networking is really blogging. So how can people take advantage of that?
Blogging is really easy to do. It's non-technical, and it's a great way to get in with people who are in a position to hire you. Most companies have very high-level people blogging, and you can have conversations with them on their blogs and then approach them for a job. You'll be in much better shape than approaching them cold.
And Penelope, when we're fearful that maybe we're going to lose our job, the first instinct may be to keep some money in your pocket, but one of your tips is to not save that money and instead to change your lifestyle if you're looking at a new job. Explain that.
Well, everyone says you should have 3 months saved up, but that's a joke, right? No one has that. Only the people who are rolling in money have 3 months saved up. So for the normal person, instead of being upset that you didn't save up 3 months, just cut back your lifestyle for a little so that you can take a wider range of jobs. It's not that bad to take a lower salary, and then you'll get a higher salary later. It's not that big a deal.
That's right. Don't do it for the money. That's what Don and I were just talking about a second ago. You got to do something you're passionate about, and certainly downsizing your lifestyle a little bit can help you do that, I guess. All right, Penelope Trunk, thanks so much for being with us, career advice blogger and author of Brazen Career. We appreciate your time.
Colombian left-wing rebels on the run in South America. What can they possibly have in common with a Russian tycoon under arrest in Thailand? Allegedly, a lot. We'll explain.
I never thought I would have a heart attack, but I did, and I died. I was taken to the hospital, and they shocked me back to life. So I think I lived for a reason, to hopefully educate women about heart disease. You need to talk to your doctor about aspirin. You need to be your own advocate.
Aspirin's not appropriate for everyone, so be sure to talk to your doctor before you begin an aspirin regimen.
You take care of your kids. Now it's time to take care of yourself.
You can't just sit behind a desk all the time and think you know what's going on in the world. You have to go out and see it for yourself.
The most amazing deal in town is also available to our current cable TV customers. The Optimum Triple Play. Just add Optimum Online, up to 5 times faster than phone company high-speed internet for $29.95 a month. And add Optimum Voice, unlimited calling to the U.S., Canada, and Puerto Rico, with 13 calling features included for $29.95 a month. And when you sign up for Optimum Online and Optimum Voice, you can get IOTV for as little as $29.95 a month, too. over 220 all-digital channels, the best in HD free, and access to over 1,800 movies and shows on demand.